Hi everyone. So this past week I've been taking part in the Live Below the Line challenge. Anyone who doesn't know what that challenge is, basically you have to try and live on £1 a day for 5 days in a row. And it's to raise awareness for people who live below the extreme poverty line around the world. And I'm also hoping to try and raise a bit of money for the Trussell Trust UK, which, if you didn't know, is a chain of food banks which provide emergency food parcels for people around the UK. So when I started this challenge, £5 equalled roughly 860 kroner. So that was my total budget for the week, which doesn't go far in Iceland. For comparison, the day before I started this challenge, I bought a veggie burger from the local takeaway, and all it was just one of those Linda McCartney burgers, the bun, and some sauce, not even any salad on it, and that cost 1,290 kroner for the burger. So 860 does not go far in the slightest. So to do this challenge I had to shop around to the 2 cheap shops here in Selfoss, and I had to literally go in and write down the prices and find the cheapest items that I could. If I was doing this challenge in the UK, it'd be a lot easier. I have lived on £5 for 5 days in the past. When I was living in the UK, there has been a couple of times I've had to live on that budget, or chosen to live on that budget. But it's a lot easier in the UK if you can go online and do your shopping online and check the prices online through price comparison websites. We don't really have that in Iceland. There's a few online shops, but not every supermarket is on online shopping. And with my living situation, I can't really have a food shop delivered to me. So here I had to actually go into 2 of the cheapest shops and write down the prices and compare them to the other shop, and I got quite a few weird looks doing that. So what I'm going to do is show you the footage of what I bought and tell you the prices that I paid for them. There was only one thing that I had discounted, but the rest of the things were full price. And then I'm going to show you the footage of what I ate every day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So the battery on my camera died, which is why I'm filming on my phone and why the quality is so bad. So the things that I bought are this Euroshopper frozen broccoli mix, which cost 298 kroner. This is just under a kilo of bananas, 6 bananas there, and those are 198 kroner a kilo. 100 grams of onion, just one small onion, which cost me 12 kroner. A tin of Euroshopper chopped tomatoes, 79 kroner. Tin of Euroshopper baked beans in tomato sauce for 89 kroner. 500 grams of oats for 119 kroner. And this is the thing that really saved me. This is 500 grams of boil in the bag rice. And this was being sold off at Kronan for 53 kroner a box. I don't really know why though, because it doesn't expire until February. So that was weird. But if I hadn't have bought this, I would have bought 500 grams of pasta for 117 kroner and less bananas. And then the things I got for free that I already had lying around: cocktail sauce, barbecue sauce and some icing. And these were just things that I had lying in my fridge for a long time that came free with food when I ate out, and I just want to use them up. I also have quite a lot of ketchup, which comes for free in various meals, and I don't really use that, so I want to use that. I was really shocked at the amount of free seasonings that I've ordered. Yeah, is insane. These are things that they just put in the bag, whether you ask for them or not. So all of these are chip seasoning. There is a hell of a lot of salt, and then I have 5 sticks of sugar. And most of these came from McDonald's. We don't have McDonald's in Iceland, and I don't think I went to McDonald's when I was in the UK in February, so God knows how old these are. But yeah, that's all the food that I have. But yeah, that's all the food that I have to last me for the next 5 days, and it will be a challenge to see how far this stretches. I also thought it would be useful to weigh myself before and after the challenge to see how much difference eating food on this budget makes. So, at the start of this challenge, I am 73.7 kilos. Okay, so it's Sunday night and I've just got my food ready for work tomorrow for the first day of the challenge. I just made some rice and some roasted vegetables, and all I added to the veg was a little bit of cooking oil, a couple of sachets of the salt, and a little bit of Moroccan spice mix, and a pinch of black pepper. And it turned out okay. And this is actually only half of one of the pouches of rice, so I think that will last me for lunch tomorrow. It's quite a lot of food. And then for breakfast, I have about 40 grams of oats that I'll make into porridge with some water, a sachet of sugar, and a banana. So that's breakfast and lunch for day one. And then I'll have to think of something for dinner in the evening. Okay, so today breakfast and lunch was fine. I had more than enough food at work and it was great. And then for dinner I have made a bean and tomato soup, and it's just literally a few spoonfuls of chopped tomatoes and a few spoonfuls of baked beans, a little bit of onion, and then I went into the freezer and got the smallest pieces of the vegetables out of the frozen vegetable mix. And I also made oat flatbread. So I just took the oats and ground it into flour in the blender, mixed it with some water and salt, and have flatbreads. So that's day one. So to make the oat flatbreads, I just mix some oat flour with salt, water, and then just spoon it into the pan and just cook it, and then flip it over and cook the other side, and it's done. So because I ate so early, I got a bit hungry again, so I've just cooked half a sachet of rice with some all-purpose seasoning and jerk seasoning just as a snack before I go to bed. This is my lunch for Tuesday. This is my breakfast and lunch for Tuesday. So for breakfast, again, I have 40 grams of oats to be made of water and a banana. I don't need the sugar. Today it was too sweet with the sugar, so the banana is fine. And for lunch is similar to yesterday. It's the vegetables in Moroccan spices with half a pouch of rice. This time I have 2 oat flatbreads to hopefully keep me. So it's Tuesday evening, and for dinner I've made a kind of chilli out of the beans, the chopped tomatoes and most of the onion. I seasoned it with a bit of the chip seasoning and I used a couple of other spices. And I'm hoping to get about 3 portions out of this. And I've been craving sweets all day, so after this, if I'm hungry still, I'll probably have some porridge with a stick of sugar to try and satisfy that craving. So I just still fancied a sweet snack after dinner, so I've made porridge with a stick of sugar, and I think there's too much porridge here actually. And then I'm just preparing my food for tomorrow. So it's Wednesday's breakfast and lunch. So lunch again is Moroccan spiced vegetables with half a pouch of rice, and breakfast this time is 30 grams of oats instead of 40 grams to be made with water and a banana. Okay, so for dinner I've made a kind of cross between a biryani and a pillar rice with the rest of the vegetables, some of the rice and 1 flatbread, and I've got leftovers of this for tomorrow for lunch as well. And then for dessert I'm having half a banana, and I made some banana and oat cookies, and I'm going to use the icing to dip in the cookies in. I'm just going to have 1 cookie tonight, and then I've got another 4 to last me the next couple of days. It's Thursday night. For dessert I've got some of the chilli with a little bit of rice and 2 cookies for pudding. Okay, so for the final day, for Friday, lunch is again 30 grams of oats and a banana, and lunch is the rest of the vegetables and Moroccan spices 3 mini flatbreads, and the rest of the rice. Oh, I've got a little bit of rice left for tomorrow dinner. And I can't wait for this challenge to be over. Friday evening and I've finished eating everything, so I'm going to check how my weight is now. It's 73.3, so I don't think there was much of a difference. So I'm going to tell you what my thoughts were throughout the week on this challenge. Start on Sunday night. I did not sleep, so it wasn't a good start. I always have problems sleeping anyway, but yeah, I just did not get any sleep on Sunday night. So I was already starting off tired with not a lot of energy, and Monday I was just exhausted, I was hungry, I didn't really know the portion sizes that I could allow myself to have, so I was eating less than what I probably could have given myself. It wasn't a great start to the week. I just felt tired, lethargic, and the first 3 days of this challenge I was sent to work in the kitchen at my job this week, which made it even harder. I was offered some chocolate a few times and I had to say no, and I got a few funny looks from that. Yeah, so Monday was just terrible. And then Monday night I also didn't sleep a lot. I think it was because I was hungry. I have sleeping problems anyway, but if I'm hungry it's so much worse. So I didn't sleep much on Monday night, which made Tuesday hard as well. And Tuesday I was struggling. I think it was harder on Monday, but I was still struggling a lot on Tuesday to get through the day. Tuesday night, however, I did sleep. I didn't sleep well, but I got some sleep. I slept okay. And Wednesday was when things really hit me. I started to feel less hungry by Wednesday. My appetite was decreasing. But yeah, I was still working in the kitchen and I was just feeling moody. Partly because I was tired. I think the last few sleepless nights were catching up with me and they were getting to me. I was really moody, did not want to be at work, did not want to be around people, and being in the kitchen and having to serve food to people was just too much for me. And I actually started crying during lunchtime. So I wasn't serving the food at lunchtime, I had served the food in the morning break, but at lunchtime I was just washing the dishes and I just burst into tears. Which is something that used to happen when I had to live on this budget when I was younger for a while. I was hungry often and I often used to cry at work. I hate crying at work. It's the worst. It never gets easier. It's just, oh, it's so embarrassing. And I hate people acknowledging the fact that I'm crying if I do at work. A member of the kitchen staff noticed and asked me what was wrong and took me to the back, and I was just like, I'm tired, I can't do this. Yeah, it was so embarrassing, it was mortifying. So yeah, I waited a bit longer to have my lunch that day because I didn't want to sit in the canteen full of people, so I went to have lunch at the end of lunchtime, which is later than usual. And then that evening I decided I could finally make the oat and banana cookies with the icing dip, because I just needed a treat after that day. I had one cookie and then ate the rest of the icing that I didn't put on the cookies. Thursday was a lot easier. I slept really well on Wednesday. So Thursday I was fine, my appetite had gone right down, I was full after breakfast, I was full after lunch. My lunch was so good that day. That was the only day that I had something different. I had the cross between pilla rice and biryani, and that was so good. I wish I'd made more of that now. I'm definitely going to make that again in the future. That was just a really good meal. The evening I had a little bit of rice. I think it was 1/4 of a pouch of rice, and I had 2 portions of chilli left. One had less beans in than the other, so I had the one with less beans in it because I thought I would be really hungry by Friday. And it was good. I had 2 cookies as well that evening. I think I ate quite late, so it wasn't too bad. I slept okay on Thursday night. Could have slept better, but I didn't sleep terribly. And then Friday was the last day and I was so relieved to get this over. Breakfast was fine, I was full. I didn't feel too tired. I was in a different department again from my regular department. I wasn't in the kitchen, and it was okay. It was an easy day. It wasn't a hard day. And sorry, there's someone shouting in the background. Just wait for them to finish. Okay. And yeah, Friday was okay. I was working in a different department. It was not a hard day in the slightest, and lunch was fine. I was kind of craving the pillar rice biryani that I had the day before, but I'd already made the Moroccan vegetables and rice. Still a very good recipe, and I will make that again. And then in the evening I had a quarter pouch of rice and the chilli with more beans to look forward to. And I ate that not long after I got home from work. I ate it about 4:30, which was a mistake because I was hungry later. And I had the 2 oat cookies. But luckily it wasn't too long for me to wait. I could have eaten at midnight if I really wanted to, because technically the 5 days would be over. But I didn't. I had a lie-in on Saturday morning, and I already had breakfast ready. So on Friday evening I made some porridge, and then I made some porridge pancakes ready for the morning. And then in the morning I just woke up, my boyfriend put them in the microwave, and we just ate them with syrup, and it was great. So overall this week has been very difficult. The thing that I found hardest was the lack of variety of food. It was just so boring to eat the same things over and over and over again. Originally I said that if I did this again I would have bought a bag of pasta in place of the rice, but I don't think the pasta would have gone as far. So in hindsight I'd probably buy some potatoes instead of the rice, because I could have done a lot with that still, and it would have been filling and it would have lasted me longer than the pasta would have. If I had no money left and I really had to live on it, I could, for a short time, not for a long time. If I had 1,000 kroner it would have been easier, I think. I could have got a few more things. And yeah, going forward I think I'm just going to try and live as low budget as possible. I've wanted to do this challenge for over a year since I first found out about it, but I was getting food at work that I was paying for and it was very cheap. And part of what motivated me to do this challenge now was that from the 1st of January my job has stopped serving food for people with special diets, unless you have a doctor's note. And as a vegetarian I come under the special diet category, so I can't get food at work anymore. And I was thinking about it. What I paid was 660 kroner a day for breakfast, lunch and an afternoon snack. And before I was thinking I couldn't really make my food for as cheap as that, but thinking about it, that's not super cheap for vegetarian food. And I think I usually do live below that budget when I'm not at work. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this year goes. I'm hopefully going to save quite a bit of money on my food actually. So I think I pay 11,500 kroner a month for the food service. And that's a lot of money to save throughout the year. So we'll see how it goes. But that was my week of the Live Below the Line challenge. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will try and make some more videos soon. Bye!